I just got kicked out of Sonoma Raceway for going too fast. Good morning, guys. Today is the day that I'm taking my Tesla Plaid to the drag strip and seeing how fast it runs the quarter mile. And I got my sister here who's gonna be running her car and has one of the coolest bucket hats I've ever seen in my entire life.
Thanks.
It's got Koenigsegg ghosts on it. How fast does this bad boy run?
I mean, quarter mile in about 3.5 on a good day.
Red light, green light. Originally, I was nervous this was gonna wreck my Tesla safety score and make it so I couldn't get full self-driving, but a good friend of mine, Zach, told me that if you press both scroll wheel buttons at the same time for a couple of seconds, it actually resets the computer and doesn't count your last drive. Do a pull, do a pull! Yeah! Jokes aside, the E46 330i is one of the absolute best cars you can buy for $5,000 to $7,000. Upcoming lane change, the Tesla is about to change lanes itself right now. Confirm lane change with signal. Ah! It's doing it! Charging up the Tesla to make sure we got maximum battery power for the drag. Now, something I didn't realize is not all Tesla supercharging stations charge at the same rate. This is a 150 kilowatt station. I went to a 250 kilowatt station the other day, and it's legitimately almost twice as fast. Oh yeah. So we've got a little bit of time until the races start, so I wanted to take the new Ford GT out and film a couple short videos and reels for you guys. Maddie's best friend. Hello. Yeah, that's not the worst combo in the world, that's for damn sure. Every time I hop behind the wheel of the new Ford GT, I forget how freaking raw this car is. It really is one of the most race car feeling supercars that has ever been built. And the fact that it's a modern, recent supercar and feels this aggressive is really incredible. And the view out of this thing with those crazy mirrors and carbon fiber everywhere is nuts. So I'll give you a little taste here, but if you want more Ford GT content, head to my Instagram at Vehicle Virgins. Oh my God. It may not be the most powerful supercar in the world, but man, this thing is insane. The Ford GT honestly gets more love and attention than any other supercar I've ever driven. I was pulled over for all of 5 seconds, and 3 people pulled over to look at the car and ask about it. I mean, it is a pretty wild color combination. Back in the Plaid, and we're about to go through tech inspection, which might be really interesting. Drivers of vehicles running $9.99 or quicker must have a valid NHRA competition license. Who would have thought in 2021, family sedans are fast enough for them to require you to have a racing license to take it down the drag strip? Now, apparently, if you go over 150 mile an hour trap speed, you're also required to have a parachute. Clearly, these laws are very, very outdated, and it started with the Demon that broke 10 seconds and was getting kicked off of tracks. So we'll see. It's very possible they're gonna boot me from the track today. All right, so not only did I need a helmet, and not only do I apparently have to let off at the end of the quarter mile to not get kicked out, I also need a full flame retardant suit. I am about to sweat like crazy. Well, unfortunately, for the first time ever, they've decided to run the 8th mile instead of the quarter mile. So I'm a little bit bummed out because obviously I wanted to see if this thing could run a 9.2 or even a 9.1 in the quarter mile. But we're gonna be running 8th miles today. Now, I'm lined up with this beautiful Ferrari F8 Tributo. I'm excited to see how these things compare. All right, guys, running the Tesla Plaid in the 8th mile. Should be running against this F8 Tributo, which should be pretty fun. We are in drag strip mode right now. It says peak performance is ready. I've had it in drag strip mode for a while, so that process was ready to go for when I get to the strip. Now, something people were complaining about is saying, it takes so long for the Plaid to get into launch control. How could you possibly use it at a drag strip? Well, it turns out you don't actually have to hold it down for that full 9 seconds in order to use the launch control. So once it's in drag strip mode, I was just chilling out, waiting for other cars to go. All you have to do is floor the brake and the gas just for a little bit. I mean, as long as you would use launch control in a normal car. Ferrari's doing a little burnout. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to Vehicle Virgins.
Yes, we're here.
We're reviewing all the cars. Look at that Lamborghini Performante.
Yes, it's a Lamborghini Performante.
I love this car. I mean, obviously, look, it takes no skill to drive this on the quarter mile. Well, I guess 8th mile in this case. Obviously, you put it into launch control, floor the brake, floor the gas, let off the brake, and it destroys everything and doesn't make any noise. But the acceleration feel is so brutal. No one complains when they do a maglev roller coaster that shoots you to 100 miles an hour really quickly and puts their hands in the air. That's a fun experience. This really, I liken that this experience driving a Plaid to one of those crazy roller coasters like the Top Thrill Dragster in Ohio, or there's a fast ride at Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh, it's you!
Oh no.
I should have known it'd be a YouTuber.
Am I done?
You got one more. That's your warning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's under 650?
640.
640.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's an insurance thing.
Yeah, no, I get
As
it.
much as I'd love to, we've had a couple of these do like 960s.
Yeah.
As much as I'd love to have you do it for insurance purposes, I gotta warn you once, and
Yep.
then you do it again and you're gone.
So what is the full requirement if I had a racing license, and what, it needs a roll cage and a parachute?
So new cars are legal to 10 flat,
Uh-huh.
or 640 is the 8th mile equivalent.
Yep.
You would need a license. You have a fire suit.
Yep.
Are you wearing the shoes?
No, not the
Okay,
shoes.
so you need the shoes.
Okay.
You need the license. Car needs to have a full cage, and it needs to, which you're never going to do.
Yeah.
And it needs to be certified. so,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
I do like it though.
It is fun. Well, I guess this is the future, but check this out. Never did I think I would show up at a racetrack and the most common car here is a Tesla. Dual motor Model 3, Tesla Model 3 Performance. We've got my Plaid. My buddy Matt just pulled up in a Plaid. And then there's a Model Y over here. Nice new M3. And then another Model 3. Beautiful green Performante. It's cool to see some supercar owners out here at the drags. Oftentimes, you don't really see any supercars, or when you do, the drivers aren't that good. But in this case, everybody's been running pretty darn good quarter mile times. Pretty cool APR tuned RS5. This thing actually ran the same 8th mile time as that F8 Tributo. All-wheel drive launch. Look at this freaking Prius, it's got a roof scoop. All right guys, so watch this Tesla Model 3 right here. It's got one of the coolest cheat codes I've ever heard of in a drag car. He's rigged it up. So it's got an electrical system that knows exactly when the first yellow goes, and then it counts and goes exactly when the light goes green, so he gets a 0 reaction time every time.
He's capable, he will, he should.
That is loud. It's insane to me that it makes all that noise and it was still slower than a Tesla family sedan. There we go, Matt and his Plaid against some extremely stiff competition. 619. Damn, check out the wing on the Supra and that rear tire. How are your runs going?
Not bad.
What do we get so far?
We're hitting nice 10s, which is
Tens?
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Pretty fast.
What's your reaction time though? You're kind of the queen of reaction times. Anything decent? Okay. All right, there she goes. All right, let's see it, Maddie. Oh no, getting destroyed by a pickup truck. Here's a race, a Hellcat versus a TRX. Hellcat versus Hellcat. The T-Rex has all-wheel drive, so there is a chance it might actually beat the Hellcat. All right, so it's time for the first bracket race. So essentially, you do a bunch of test runs to see how quick your car can run in the quarter mile or the 8th mile. Let's say you run, well, we're running 8th mile, so let's say I ran a 6.1. Now, in the bracket racing, in order to make it based on your driving ability and reaction time and less on how much faster one car is than another. If I'm racing somebody who runs a 7-1, they're actually gonna get an exact 1 second head start. So my tree is gonna go green 1 second later. And my goal is to get as close to 6-1 as possible without going faster.
All right. I love my Plaid owner discussion. You know what you did, right?
What'd I do?
You went too fast. You know,
What a problem to have.
the NHRA rules have not caught up with production cars. You know, unfortunately, 640 in the 8th is 10 flat. You know, you've gone 613. You're just going too quick. So I got to ask you to leave until you have a license or the proper safety equipment.
Gotcha.
Preferably
Okay.
both.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Wow. Okay. I just got kicked out of Sonoma Raceway for going too fast. I never would have thought that would happen. That's unreal. Man, what an adventure today was. Getting kicked off a racetrack for going too fast. And not even in the quarter mile, in the 8th mile. I feel like is pretty absurd considering the fact that the Tesla is stock. But hopefully they update the rules soon so that these cars can run at the track without being kicked off. I mean, the Rimac Navara is gonna come out and all these other hypercars are gonna be going electric or hybridized, and they're going to be breaking that 10-second barrier significantly often. And all these people are gonna be kicked off the track unless they update the rules or these people install roll cages in their Chirons, which really isn't gonna happen. Especially with supercars, it's like, the car is a carbon fiber monocoque, so potentially the factory car is going, actually 99% that factory car is going to be significantly safer than, let's say, a 1980s car with 2,000 horsepower and a roll cage in it. You got modern technology, but you know what? I had an absolute blast out there. It's always fun racing. This car is a rocket ship. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.